Hey there, Lone Moose fans. How's it going? Well, it's been about a month or so since I've had this Craft Holsters Crossdraw holster, and I've been using it with my Taurus 692 357 3-inch revolver. I've been wearing it in a lot of different scenarios, settings, trying to check it out so I can give you a really good evaluation of the holster itself. So, I don't think I've mentioned this on other videos before, but I followed a guy out of Utah. He's a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel. He's called Nuttin Fancy, Nutnfancy. And I kind of steal a line from him, and that's called philosophy of use. So when you look at a firearm, you look at a holster, look at ammunition, what is it you really want to accomplish with this particular device? And so, some holsters, you're looking at something for concealed carry. Other holsters, you're looking for something that would be essentially open carry. Like in an Alaska setting, everyone carries open all the time because you're in an environment up there where you've got four-legged critters that can terminate your existence in a heartbeat. And you've got some pretty crazy two-legged critters up there as well. So you're going to carry it open. Is it going to be a holster to carry a weapon for personal self-defense or for critter self-defense? So you have to look at all the different aspects of it. It's been my experience, and I'm only speaking for myself, that you don't have one single holster that does everything you ever want to do. Maybe that's just my Gemini personality, where, more is always better. But, so what I'm looking for in this holster, 357 can be a fairly adequate bear defense pistol. It can be one hell of a personal self-defense pistol. So, back in the early 70s when I was a police officer in North Texas, we carried 357 Magnums as our duty weapon. I like it. It's got a lot of punch to it. Can do a lot of damage if need be. But, primarily I'm looking at this pistol for a second line bear defense. I've already done my videos on my 454 Casull. That's my big boy. But a lot of times you don't want to carry the big boy all the time whenever you're out doing anything. So, with the proper loads in here, this pistol can do a heck of a job. So, that's really the philosophy of use. I need a holster to carry this pistol for bear protection, primarily. And I say primarily because, I have worn this thing trying to do concealed carry. Of course, I'm in South Texas. It's a lot warmer here than it is in a lot of other places. And this is not a ding on the holster. This is, just the way the pistol is constructed. If I put a flannel shirt or a light jacket over here, doesn't matter what you do, the butt of the pistol is going to stick out there. So, I'm not looking for a concealed carry option for this holster. It's basically something I can put on when I'm, out working on the property, dropping trees, out on hikes. I can have it with me that I can access very quickly. And you'll see in the other clips that follow here how it, comes into play for driving, carrying this when I'm in the vehicles. So that's really what I'm looking for. A bear defense holster. Now, when I first did my first video on this, there was problems with this snap. And that has worked itself out. It works just fine now. It's still a little snug. It's still working itself loose. But, I'm right-handed and I can still secure this up with my left hand. There we go. So I really like it. I like it a lot. There's going to be a third video in this series because in about a week and a half, my buddy Jim and I are going up to Alaska. We're going to be stomping around on the property for a couple of weeks. We're going to be doing some hiking. And, I will have it with me as one of my two bear protection weapons. I'll be carrying the 454 Casull at times. Other times it'll be this with the 357 mag loads. Now, we're going to be going up the first 2 weeks of May. The bears are pretty much waking up, or will be by the time we get there, and they're hungry. So yeah, it's a good thing to have a good bear protection. And this holster works excellent for that. So I can highly recommend it. You know, like I said, it was a little tight to start with, but these are custom made. They're brand new. You have to break them in just like a new pair of shoes. You know, that's going to mold itself to the pistol, just like your shoes kind of mold themselves to your feet. It breaks in. It's a great holster. So I'm looking forward to doing the Alaska portion of this. Now, you know, the next 2 or 3 clips here will be, you know, how this holster works for me when I'm on the motorcycle, when I'm in the 4Runner, when I'm in the truck. Overall, it's a great holster, and I can highly recommend it. Okay, guys, I wanted to give you a visual on how this Crossdraw holster works with the motorcycle. And, you know, I've had this holster now for over a month. Been wearing it in different settings, and even including trying to ride with it on the bike. And so far I have not gotten very far at all. Because what I find when I get my foot up here on the rest is this section of the holster right here is really biting into my leg. It gets real uncomfortable. So the holster works good for a whole lot of other things, but it's really not a good choice for riding. So I'll also be showing you, the holster in the Toyota 4Runner, in my truck, and some other areas around the house. But I wanted to show you this because it's 80 degrees today and work is over. I'm getting ready to head out and do some riding. So stand by for other segments on how this does in other uses. So no moose out. I'll see you over at the 4Runner and or the truck shortly. Okay, folks, now I'm sitting in the 4Runner and I have the Crossdraw holster on with my little 357 Magnum here, and just wanted to show you this actually fits really well. I got my phone in my pocket right now, it's riding against it, but in the vehicle it fits very well. When I pull the seatbelt across, put the seatbelt down under the handle so that if I ever have to get to it, it'll still come out. But it's very comfortable when riding. I've ridden maybe 100 miles at a time, which around South Texas, that's almost a short trip. But it's very comfortable. It doesn't bother me a bit. It doesn't bind up like the motorcycle did. So all in all, this is a big plus. When you're carrying in Texas and then you're in a vehicle, this is actually a pretty good situation because I'm right-handed, so it's right here. If I ever need to get to it, pop, draw, I've got it right here. So I really like that aspect of it. So let me move over to the truck now and show you how it works with the truck. Now we're in the Ram 1500, and you can see that this actually fits just as well and just as comfortable as things are with the in the Toyota. Actually, it's even a little more comfortable just because of the difference of the angle of the seat, but it does feel very good. Same basic process. Right-handed, I like it right here. And the vehicles for me really vary. Again, seatbelt on, doesn't bind up. The only vehicle that I've had any issues with on this has been the motorcycle. And that's just because of the angle sitting up higher and my leg up higher, where this bottom lip of the holster bites into my thigh. But otherwise, this is extremely comfortable. The truck is my main vehicle, so I wear this a lot when I'm in the truck, and it really feels good. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'll do a kind of a summary wrap up here, and we'll get this posted, and then the next phase of the testing will take place when I'm in Alaska in a couple of weeks. So I'll see y'all up there, going north to Alaska. Alright, let me do a wrap up here real quick for the second video in this series on the Craft Holsters Crossdraw. Great holster. I like it. It works well for me for carrying my 357 Magnum in this type of a configuration right here, primarily for bear protection. It works very well, very comfortable when I'm driving both the 4Runner and my Ram. It is not a good fit for the motorcycle, and that's because the base plate of the holster right here bites into my hip. You know, you sit more vertical, more upright on a motorcycle than you do. You're not kicked back a little bit like you do in your car or the truck where the seats recline. The holster has loosened up. The snap works fine now. Good all-around holster. Craft Holsters will do you a good job for any pistol that you have in your inventory that they have the mold for. You can check their website for that. There'll be links to the website below, both for this particular holster, for their overall website, and their Instagram page. Good people. They will also now give a 10% discount for 30 days from the date I publish this video. Use the code LoneMoose10. You'll get 10% off any holster that you order for them. Great people. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Please hit the like and subscribe button so that you will be notified when I post new videos. Leave me comments below what you think. I've had quite a few good comments from folks on my other holster reviews. I like working with the folks out of Craft Holster. Like I've said before, it's not something you're going to get in a heartbeat. They build each holster individually, so it takes a little while, but it's well worth the wait. So this is Lone Moose out. I will see you all when we get north to Alaska, and you'll see this holster out in our property and some of the areas we're going to be hiking and such. So please look forward to that, and I will see you all from the Northland. Lone Moose out.